Finna attempt to do my oil pressure switch, which I believe is located directly below there, below the manifold on that left bank head. My first steps in tackling this was to get rid of the vacuum hose, metal hose that run along there to there. So that's like three 10 millimeter bolts there, and there. And I also went and disconnected any hose, plug, anything that's going to the manifold. So all this may leave that one. If I can't get it loose from there, then I may take it loose from there and then just leave it there. I'm finna try to remove this harness, get this out the way of the manifold, and that'll be my next step. Also gotta pull this hose off. Probably just take this off here, but this probably needs to come off. But I may just see what I can do back here with this barrel. This will be my first time taking it off. I see a plug on it, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull that. This little plug right back here. Go ahead and pull that. It's my CPI line running there. That shouldn't get in the way of too much, but where I'm at right now with it. Can't forget that bolt that holds the manifold down. And I'm gonna work my way around and try to get to it. Alright, so I've taken out about 4 manifold bolts. So there's one, that's gonna be a bolt. Front one's a nut. Another bolt, and that one with the yellow on top. It's a bolt. You might only see that one right there. That's not with a yellow stripe, but it's actually that one. Right on the other side would be another nut and a bolt. And I believe that's it. I only see 3 on that. Oh no, that's the 4th one right there. So we'll get to those, and then the side one and see can I lift the manifold after that. And got to take the charge pipe loose. Alright, so I took all those bolts out that I mentioned, took that loose. Manifold is loose. Don't forget this little bracket right here that goes to this line that feeds to I don't know where, but manifold is coming up. I also take care with this vacuum part. You see mine ripped as I was twisting on it. So I'll just go to the part store. That's not a hard replace. Net special. I replaced that while I'm there. Does seem like I have a little oil in it, but then I replace it. But manifold should be off now that I got the bracket out the way. Just got to get my screw that dropped off of it and put it up. Alright, one last thing that was holding the manifold besides this one. I can pull it out the way now. That right there for the wiring right there. Pull it up a little bit, but go ahead and break it loose, and then that should free the mani to come on off. But those are the steps to get your intake manifold off. Alright guys, so the mani is off. So this hose here, not a fuel line like I thought, but it runs to that vacuum line, the one that I showed you here. Hold onto the bracket like that. So I took the bracket loose, took it loose from there. That goes around into that barrel, and then the barrel runs along there. So I was messing with that for no reason, but I didn't know where this went or where that went, so I was trying to separate it, planning to separate it there too, but no need. I didn't take the manifold completely off because I don't want to break the water lines there, even though I got to break them. But that's the inside of our manifold. Pretty simple. two of the screws are left in. Well, bolts. Reason why, they got this little silicone on the outside to kind of hold them in. So I'm not worried about them falling out. I couldn't pull them out without pulling with some force. So my next thing, I'm delicately move this T out the way, because I know this is water and it looks like one of the parts I got in the kit. Okay, I'm gonna have to take apart a few more brackets. Look like this bracket is gonna have to come off. So yeah, that one. And there's one right back there. That should free that. Then I get this little sound deadening thing off, not the way next. This so far not so hard. Manifold, if I had to do it again, probably take me 15 minutes. It's not that hard to do, but I still rather do my spark plugs by just fishing it out from up under the manifold versus taking it out. Alright guys, so the 4 bolts on each side to take that off, I suggest you definitely get you a 6mm hex key for your 3/8 drive. I opted to get a long one, non-ball head, just a straight shaft, not the ball flex head, so I didn't have to worry about it leaning off to the side, because it's a fair amount of torque on it. Maybe it's just Loctite that they put on it, but these are really tight. I've done about 5 now, so I'm gonna do the last 3 on camera so y'all can see them, and then I'll show y'all. Alright, let me remove some of these water hoses so I can get to it. Show y'all what I'm talking about. So, you got one up under that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, that one, that one. Maybe to see if it's high, like right in there. So trying to catch it on camera for you all. I believe this. They got some kind of thing that's holding that hose in place up under there. If I can get that out the way, then I probably could get to it, but I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and remove these hoses around here. I also don't want to break anything there, because I'm not quite sure those are in my kit, but you know, I don't want to break anything because I need the car this weekend. So let me get to this and I'll get back to it. Alright, so what I ended up doing, took that hose loose there, took it loose there. This is the hose that I took loose, so it goes in, down through like that and meets there. Disconnected from this water hose. If your car is full on coolant, pop the cap, suction some out to try to get it low. Mine is low because they just did the recall and I don't think they filled mine all the way back up. It didn't run hot on the way home, but for me to not get any coolant out of these hoses in the highest part of the water system lets me know it's probably low. So I'm glad I'm doing this right behind them. So I think that's gonna allow me to now get down up in there. I'm gonna push this hose back. Also, it's hard because these wires are in the way. I'm gonna try to get a vision on that. So I'm gonna try to get at it now. And I'll get back to y'all. So after pulling the harness forward past that screw that's by my thumb, pushing that hose back, now you can finally see that one. So finna get it off, and then have the manifold off, and we'll see what these valves look like, and valves and intake ports look like after 91,000 miles with no induction cleaning. Alright, so I had to use a pry bar, probably right in this area. Yeah, y'all can see, pry right at the front, then that'll get it loose. Yeah, so I think they got some kind of Loctite. So I'm gonna have to clean those up. I finish getting those out, and then I come back. Okay, so to get your manifold out, you have to tilt it to one side or the other. Yeah, trying to check out my valves after 91. I hit it with a CRC cleaner. Nowhere near as bad as I thought. So I'm still. I think the oil pressure sensor is located up under. So yeah, I think the oil pressure sensor is like here, like straight down right there. But I can't see, and I'm gonna have to remove probably both sets of injectors to get it. I'm not too scared to do, since I've done it on other previous cars. But I'll do a little research on this one, see if anybody removed it. Yeah, so let me get to doing that double check. Alright, so I've gotten the fuel rails off, lower mani off, both fuel rails off. How you take the fuel rails off, you want to start with your driver's side first. And what I did, I'll keep it laid over like that, but those are the bolt holes. So at the bottom of it, it's like that part, I just put my pry bar up under it on each one and just slowly pry it up to get it up, and that got it up, gave me a little wiggle room. So I just took my trim popper, small pry bar, and kept working each one until I got it up. It just kept the pressure even, pulled up. These are the injector seals right here. See, mine's ripped. That's it right there. So got all 6 of those. Just to give y'all a rundown on the kit, if you order from Albert Hwang, well, it's not Hwang, I think it's just Wang. The H is silent. About $200 US shipped to you. Get your 6 injector seals, the sensor itself, these little water gaskets that you'll need. It's kind of weird where they go, but let me show you that real quick. So that's these right here. Look like it's made into it, but you see it's wobbly. You come up under, boom, there they go. Left and right. So that's those two. this is the manifold gasket, and this is your individual gaskets that go on top right here. My bad. These go up under the manifold. They go. No, these go up under that manifold. I was right. They go up under there, and these go on top. They're together, so you can't mix them up. That's all you need in the kit to get this done. And there's your oil pressure sensor. I could have got this done for $400, but I decided to go ahead and do it myself, so I know what to do, how to do it, and if anybody else wanted it done, I could do it for them also. So I'm gonna cut this zip tie off. I'm going to zip tie it back also when I put it on. I may try and get it without cutting the zip tie. I'll try that. And I'm gonna try and I think I'm gonna take a wrench to get it at. But I'll let y'all know when I get it out. Alright, so I'm attempting to get at this sensor and 15/16 fit. But my problem is I don't have any room to get it all the way on there. That water pipe curves over, that blocks you. So yeah, this gonna be this gonna be a pain in the earth. I also see the head also blocks it. So and the only way I can even get the socket down in, I had to drop it down back there and use my magnet to pull it all the way up through there. Still ain't enough. So get that out. I'll go to the store tomorrow and see what I can get to find to get at it and go from there. Alright guys, so had to go and buy a wrench. A clutch wrench from Northern Tool. I got a Craftsman wrench that may fit, but 24mm fit and will break it loose. You may need to try the wrench trick with putting another wrench on and pulling, and it's gonna be very, very slow as there's not much room to move. And when you get it off, you're gonna kind of lean it and get it off. Alright, so lean it, kind of get it down in the area, twist it around, lean and kind of rock with it, play with it. You'll get a little rhythm going. So yeah, that's pretty much it, and that's all you're gonna get out of it. And then back off and down. So get your rhythm with getting this on and off. And just keep working it so you get it all the way out. Slow and tedious, but hey, I'm down now. Let me go ahead and finish this up. Alright, so after you get to about that far out, just notice how close it is to this. Straight across, you'll be able to turn it with your hand like that, so it isn't tough the whole way, but majority of the way it is tough. As far as how I got the actual plug off of it, has zip tie on it, so I want to say it was in like that. I just stuck a pry bar on one side and push, and then came right to the front and pushed up. You may have to push that zip tie up a little bit to get it out your way and help, but mine came out pretty easy doing it like that. Forgot to mention that when I took it off. But yeah, so I'm gonna get this changed out, a new sensor in, and start reassembly. Hey, just a little tech tip. If you're tightening, you get to tightening this or loosen it, and you just can't get your wrench on and off, or it gets too hard to get on and off, take your wrench and straddle it like that. I know my Craftsman fit pretty deep, and just give yourself some twists. And if it's loose enough, you can twist it or tighten it in at that point. Well, it should be loose enough once you get to that, but you just straddle it like that, reach in there and twist it, and then that'll give you some, that'll get you through that spot. Cause it had me stuck for a second trying to figure out how I'm gonna tighten it up after I had just used the same wrench to loosen it to that point. Now I couldn't tighten it past that point going back in, but turned it sideways and I was able to get in there and get it to a point where I can start back getting on now.